Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In my last video, I highlighted how our XK8s tend to cook themselves to death due to the extreme heat levels under the bonnet. Today I'm going to cover 4 practical ways to tackle this heat, from a free 5-minute mod through a possibly controversial cosmetic upgrade, all the way to the ultimate but expensive solution to the very root of the problem. As we know, excessive heat is a huge concern for our XK8s. I'm sure you've heard the phrase Jaguars run hot. For the XK8, this is especially applicable. Prolonged high temperatures have a direct impact on reliability and are the primary reason for plastic parts like the coolant tank and thermostat tower, amongst others, to become brittle and crack. The heat bakes rubber hoses and can even kill electronics like the ABS module, cold solder joints, and the ECM leaking capacitors. Let's lower these temperatures and extend the life of our cars. The first bottleneck is airflow. The XK8 has a beautiful front end, but a small grille. We love the design language of the vehicle, so we won't be modifying the front bumper in any way. We have to work with the cards we're dealt on this one. One lever we have here are the radiator fans. They can be hardwired to spin continuously when the engine is running. Now, I won't do this on my car here in Canada because I drive the XK8 in very moderate temperatures. But if you live, for example, in Arizona or Egypt and you're driving during the summer months in 40 plus degrees heat, this could be a very prudent, cheap mod to get you through the hot season. It's a situational fix. The second bigger problem is that the heat has nowhere to go. Take a look at this. The engine actually protrudes out of the body of the car and into the bonnet. There is zero air buffer on top, and this liner acts as a blanket, trapping the heat right where all of our most vulnerable plastic and rubber components are located. Our first and easiest option here is to remove the bonnet liner. When I got my XK8, I changed the air filter the very first evening. On the next day, I washed the car and then immediately removed the liner. It took less than 5 minutes and is completely free. I'll talk about the lack of paint under the liner in a separate video. Removing the liner allows the hot air to directly reach the metal bonnet, turning it into a giant heat sink, which then radiates the heat out and above the car. The risk? In theory, paint damage caused by the excessive heat. In reality, I think it's very unlikely, especially in moderate climates in geographies like Canada. I'm willing to accept the risk on this one. Now, the second option here is both an aesthetic and a functional upgrade, and that is the XKR bonnet. The vents on the XKR bonnet not only look good, but they also work. They create an exit path for the hot air, sucking it out of the engine bay, and if you can find an XKR bonnet, it is the best way to solve the trapped heat aspect of the problem. Don't forget to remove the liner on the XKR bonnet as well. Alright, everything I have discussed so far is helpful, but it is, in essence, just coping with the symptoms. We need to talk about the root of the problem itself, the catalytic converters. Here we go from bad to outright terrible. First, their location is entirely inside the engine bay. Second, their shape has this 90-degree bend at the bottom, which acts like a kink in a garden hose, elevating back pressure, introducing additional friction for the escaping gases, and ultimately increasing even further the massive amounts of heat inside the catalytics. These two engineering flaws, and I don't think I'm being too harsh here, they turn our engine base into an oven. By the way, Jaguar themselves have improved on this design, and for example, in the 350, 358 XJ generation, the catalytics are brought further back and under the vehicle, and also they're straightened out so that we don't have the 90-degree elbow anymore. Unfortunately, the XK8 catalytic converters are plagued by both bad design and bad placement. So, how do we overcome this root cause? The ideal fix is to move the cats out of the engine bay. Clearly, this is an involved exhaust modification. We would use straight pipes where the original catalytics are located and then modify the exhaust system under the vehicle so that aftermarket catalytics are still present. They will do their job, the car will still pass emission testing, but the heat will then be moved away from the engine compartment and will be easily dissipated. Now, if you're looking for a premium off the shelf solution, companies like Supersprint offer exactly this. I'll add a link to their website in the description if you want to check them out. But take a look here. This is your downpipes kit, which replaces both catalytic converters and directly eliminates the two major heat sources under the bonnet. From there, you would continue with the left and right front pipes, both of which contain new integrated catalytics. After that, you can continue building out the exhaust system all the way to the back if you wish. As you can see, this approach can get very costly very fast, but it does solve the core of the problem once and for all. Of course, there would be trade-offs. The exhaust note of your car will change, it will likely become louder. This may be desirable or it may not be desirable. It's up to you to decide if you want to go this route, but it's good to know that we do have such an option available. What heat-related failures have you folks experienced? And if you know other SK8 specific exhaust solutions which relocate the catalytics, please share them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.